Good morning, everyone. Oh, where is my chart? Where are my chart? Here you go. Here's my chart. Are we? Oh boy, this is what happens when I have when there is one day that I can't trade. So I was without power literally the whole day and almost part of the evening. I was so pissed off yesterday. It was supposed to last only 8 hours, but it lasted over 14 hours. I miss London. I miss New York. I was so pissed off. Now I don't have any water. So, um, and I also have a little bit of an issue with well, never mind. I'm not going to bother you guys with that, but I'm a little bit pissed off. Um, but I have to focus on price. So, what's been happening? Yesterday, obviously I didn't have time to watch the markets yesterday, but I've been watching it this morning. And higher time frame, obviously we are still very bullish, but we just have a 15-minute structure break. Hey Mithra, how are you doing? Hey Jay Kumar, I'm sorry guys, I missed you guys yesterday. It was just horrible. I thought my time 3 p.m. That is when the market, the market opens my time 3:30. On the memo it says it was from 7 to 3 from 3 o'clock, and okay, then at least I can trade New York. But at 3 o'clock, no electricity. At 5 o'clock, no electricity. At 7 o'clock, no electricity. At 8 o'clock, no electricity. I fell asleep because it was dark and I didn't charge all my things, and I didn't have nothing left, obviously. And I woke up and then we had electricity, but then it was 4 a.m. my time. So I looked at the market, and obviously I saw that we were very bullish, but now we have a 15-minute structure break. I think high time frame I'm still bullish, but on the 15-minute I want to see. I'm looking at this order block here. I want to see if we are going to go into this order block here and maybe go back up. But we do have a 15-minute structure break here. We have an activation of a breaker on the 15-minute. But 4 hour, I'm still a little bit more bearish than bullish. More bullish than bearish. But let's see what happens on the 4 hour. But now from the 15-minute, we do have a structure break. Let's see, we get a retest and then maybe further down. I do think we're going to go down into this beautiful baby. Because we also have a nice fair value gap here. But let's see what it wants to do. We'll get our answer if it goes back into the blue box here, what it wants to do. We're below the daily open. So let's see. Interesting times. Interesting. How did you guys do yesterday? Tell me. How did you guys trade yesterday? Did you trade London? I just looked overall at the market, not really into London itself, just overall. But share with me if you guys had any good trades or anything you want to share with me. Let me just check, because Monday, I just want to see what we did yesterday. So, yesterday from London we spiked up. Wow. Interesting. So Asia from yesterday, we just consolidated here on the 4 hour, and then it spiked from 2, and then it just, wow, okay. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, what did we did grab liquidity. I want to show you guys something, which is what I noticed this morning, which is very interesting. You see what happened here? So I want to show you, because I noticed that we did grab a weekly and daily liquidity, but I wonder if the market is really ready on the higher time frame to, did we reach the objective, right? Like, so we grabbed this daily here, right? And also, there was also a weekly high here. So now we're going down. But the question is, are we just going to create a fair value gap here on the daily and then move back up? Or are we really going to reverse here? Now we have a 15-minute reversal, but it doesn't mean that we're ready on the daily yet. So we might have a day that we go inside, but I wonder if we'll just see. It could go much lower, but we'll see. We'll get some information. So technically we did have a liquidity grab, yes, but does it want to go for this now, or are we done? Let's slap an OTE levels on this whole range, because I just want to see. So much happened yesterday. It's very, when you're so used to check the hey, Meta share from Asia low to high. Okay, well done. Oh, did it respect the Asia? Finally, we didn't have that in a long time that it went where we could use Asia high and low, right? In London lately. I have to check it out. I hate that I didn't see all that because, but anyway, now I don't have any water, which sucks. Welcome to Africa, baby, but I still love it. I still love it. Okay, well, let's see. I just want to keep these levels on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, yesterday London captured by movement target A. Oh, you guys all took the same trade. Awesome. That's awesome. So, pretty awesome. Isn't it funny that people, at some point, when they have the similar knowledge, they trade the same trades because they use just the basic knowledge, which is out there, and they are able to recognize. You guys are able to recognize the algorithmic signatures, right? And when they work, because we've seen a lot of the times as well that even though Asia low or high was taken, we didn't go back to the other side, right? And now we did. But I have to. I wish I could. I want to see it. Okay, so I just want to point out today what happened with on the 15-minute. So here we have a 15-minute breaker right over here, right? We went back up here and then we manipulated. We didn't activate the breaker, but we manipulated up here. Although even we already took out a specific a daily high or a weekly point. It just needed one more manipulation. And then it went down and now it's ready to move down. But I just wonder if we can make it past this one, past this baby. So hey Deborah. I am bearish for the session and just want to see what we're going to do here in this area in this bullish order block because we also have a fair value gap here. So let's see. I feel like I'm so behind because I hate it. I'm gonna
order filled.
Let me just. Okay, I'm gonna enter. I'm late, but you see the daily with tech daily open. I'm just gonna paper trade this. I'm paper trading. I'm a little bit late because I'm talking, but stop loss is here. I would have entered right at daily open here, but I was talking. And then TP, I'm just gonna take it to 50%. Let's do the safe one. Now I'll do 50% here because we have a gap here as well. Let's see. 10 past 2. I think we're not done yet to the downside. What do you guys think? Or are we going to, do we have accumulation? Because I want to make one leg higher first. We might, right? Because we have the break, we could retest the breaker. Yeah. So okay, Asia high, Asia low. Technically, we wick through Asia high with a manipulation. This is a manipulation wick here. Happened exactly at 1 a.m. Eastern. Have you guys noticed 7 a.m. we have manipulation moves as well, and 1 a.m. I haven't seen them at 1 a.m. and like this, but just 369. I wonder if we want to go back here and then we are ready to make that move down. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We are not ready to make that move down. I think we want one more leg higher. We already went through daily open here. We didn't even hit Asia. We haven't even hit Asia. I think I'm gonna wait for one more leg higher to take a short. I think this should be a long up to here. Let me get out of this trade. Too impatient. It's just a paper trade, so it doesn't matter. But you see, I catch myself being impatient. So why? So also Asia high and low are used as points of algorithmic signatures that are being used over and over and over again. So we went down. We have daily open. We went through it, but here we left a gap at daily open, also in my little. So I wonder if we were going to. We need to close that, I think. So I don't know. That's great. But I'm very bearish for the session. I think London bearish, but let's see if it wants to go up a little bit. I want to see it go higher first. Yeah, I would like that. Hey guys, did you see London session last time that it went exactly back to the level that I marked, that I waited for all session? And it was a trend day from literally that level that I was looking at. It's already 2 days ago, so I have to think back. But so I took a short to that level, then I took a long up to suspension block, but I got a little bit nervous. I need to trust my analysis sometimes better. I took a long also from that point, and then I got out. And then I thought, oh, let me just wait until the market opens. I got in later on again because there were more entry points, but it literally, that was, I said, I don't want to go long until it reaches this level. I should have next time, I should have left a runner, and I got out of the suspension block because I thought, well, you know what, maybe it just wants to make another leg down. So I sort of started doubting myself a little bit because we got close to, I can't remember, was it to 8:30 or the open? But that's the only thing I still find really, really difficult. If there's and that's what I want to work on this year, is I position myself early and take like the low or the high that forms in London or pre-market. And I literally called it out in London, and I said, I'm going to wait for this. But when we got closer to New York open, I just chicken out of it. And I still had 100, I had 150, how many points in total? I can't remember. 85 plus 50, 130 points in total, or the short and the long. So it was okay. I was happy. But I was sort of upset a little bit with that I have an analysis and then I don't stick to it because I'm just too nervous because New York Open comes closer. Or I can't remember if we had a news scandal as well. So I did not take that move, which I said I wanted to take. And I said it in London. I said, I'm going to position myself here. And then I don't do it. Because the time, it's just, if that move would have happened in London, I would have done it and I would have stayed in for some reason. But because we got closer, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be manipulated out of it, and then I start doubting my analysis. So that's what happened the day before yesterday. I still traded after New York Open, but it didn't. Obviously, my R to R was not as good as I would have been when it went to that 77 level. And I kept on marking it, and I kept on pointing it out to you guys as well. So that was so I journaled it and I went over it, but then again, I still find that difficult to do. I don't know how many people in my chat have the confidence to stick in a trade also through positions. I know a few of you do, but I'm not there yet. Um, I know I'm pretty well. I can do pretty well with getting TPs and my levels correct, but I'm not there yet that I have the confidence to go into that trade and then have that level really, and then be in it from there. So I just re-enter again, and I still have managed to get my trades, but I just, that is something I really want to. That's what I'm working on right now to get that level of confidence to use my levels and sit through a New York Open. I do feel comfortable trading the opening range gap when London Open or New York opens when I see a clear trade. But then again, that trade, that level would have been so. It never went lower. We had a trend day. I had enough confidence to see that the trend day was coming, but I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, it's something I'm working on. Hello, Aussie Trader. Hello, Lock and Q. Yeah. So this was a nasty week here. And looking at the, I just want to go back. What can we expect? Let's go back on the. I want to see the monthly. See, even on the monthly, we took out previous day. We took previous month as well, right? You can see that right over here. We already took it, but you can. It looks bullish, right? The monthly looks bullish, but we're halfway, so we could. I think we're gonna go a little bit higher before we really are reversing, at least. But maybe I haven't even looked at this. But we're just midway. We're just in the midst of the month. So oh, I have these levels already. Okay, so this is the monthly. So I like this level here, 112. I think 112 is a level that really will give us a retracement. So for now, I think it's just, I'm still bearish for London session, but from this level here, I am thinking we might get a really proper, like a real, maybe low resistance liquidity run to the downside. Now I'm just think we're just gonna hang around and play around in this area. Okay, okay. So the 4 hour, we already have a 4 hour fair value gap here. We have a 1 hour order block here. Ooh, look at my 940. Ooh, I love that level. Yeah, I really like this area for so the 1 hour order block is the same as at 15 minute. Yeah. Hey Bowser, how are you doing? 220. Yeah, I really like this level 940. I'm very eager to trade it to that level, but I just want a good entry. Maybe even here 936ish. And higher time frame still so bullish. I think. I don't think we're very bearish yet. On the 15 minute, yes, we have a structure, a breaking structure, but I don't see that on the 4 hour. I mean, I don't see that. I see we're creating maybe a future breaker here, but I think it will make another high at some point. So the 15-minute structure, yes, I'm bearish on the 15-minute. Higher time frame, still bullish. That makes sense. How have you been doing, Bowser? Bowser, did you trade yesterday? Did you manage to catch any trades? Okay, I think we're going to go a little bit higher to retest it and then go down back again. I don't, what do you guys think? London, bullish or bearish? I'm going to do a poll. Start a poll. London, bullish or bearish? Bullish. You were too busy at work. Okay, yeah. I had no electricity yesterday all day, so I was so pissed at some point because I really was hoping that the electricity would be back at 3 p.m. my time, which would 3:30 my time the market opened. So I thought, okay, you know what? The memo says 7 till 3, and I never, I sometimes I just it was sent in a WhatsApp and I just didn't see it. So I thought, okay, well, I miss London then. Let me just, I'll be ready for New York. And then it was 3 p.m. It was 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Then I saw the guys from the electricity. They were hanging out in a car. I guess all the units, they have to do something because it was like just a maintenance, not like unexpected. It was maintenance. So it was okay. And then somebody's posted, oh, but the ESCOM is our electricity provider. The workers, they say it's from 7 to 7, and we were like, okay, well, but it didn't say on the memo. The memo said only 3, so it's 4 hours longer. And guess what? It was 7 o'clock. It still didn't get on. It was 8 o'clock. It was still on, and I just fell asleep because it was 8 p.m. my time already. I never go to bed at 8 p.m. though. But I woke up at some point and the electricity was on. But I don't know what time it went on, but it was just, I was so angry. I was just pissed off because there was no communication, and it took too long. Also your food goes bad in the fridge, but it has been worse. The times in South Africa, we have those who are living in South Africa know when I mention, and they probably get traumatized when I mention the word load shedding. This was 6 times load shedding. Normally we have like 2 hour blocks of 2 hours that we don't have then we don't have that power. That's just 2 hours. So if you have a backup battery, whatever, you can manage, right? My internet is on a UPS, so even though my power goes off, my internet still runs. So I'm never surprised by a. But if it takes longer, you don't have. Um, when your laptop goes down, it goes down. So I don't use my back. If I think, okay, well, I'm going to use, can't go to London, I'm not going to do too much shenanigans with a generator. It makes a lot of noise as well. Like, okay, you know what? I'll miss London. I'll do New York, but then that also doesn't happen. And then at some point, everything, your battery is empty. Everything after a few hours, all your stuff is empty, and that just sucks. But now we don't have any water. Let me check, by the way, because so I just managed to grab the last bit of water out of the tap. I'm actually quite well prepared. I've got all buckets already filled for for the toilet. I've got many water bottles already, like for coffee and tea in case this happens. So I'm not without water, but I just can't take a shower. That's the only thing right now. So, but yeah, I guess that's okay. If I go to the beach, there's showers at the beach, so I just go to the beach, get some sun, and then I just take a shower there. It's all sorted. I want to see what you guys are thinking about the bearish for 60%, bullish 40%. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think we are going to go a little bit higher to go back down, and afterwards, I wonder what price wants to do. If it wants to take another high, I think we're going to get a low resistance liquidity run into this area, but I think we need to go a little bit higher though. But that's my. So I would like to see. I need a 15-minute bullish breaker at some point lower. Just to go higher. Let's see what we're gonna get. So I'm anticipating a move higher and then a move lower and then a move higher. I guess I'm gonna eat a carrot by now. It says here temps to drop. Temperatures to drop next Monday. Oh, I hate that. Really? Okay, let's see. Now we hit. I want to see a little bit more. Let's see a little bit higher. Maybe it's enough. No, don't wait. Oh, it's 2:30. Hmm, that's actually pretty significant. Hmm. So, I'm a pretty girl. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until we are a little bit higher. If it goes without me, it goes without me. I'm interested in this area here. Oh, no, man. No. Oh, hello, SW Smart. How are you? What is her? There was a I remember a 15-minute suspension block. Hold on. Yeah, that's here. I'm just thinking about that again here. It's right over here. Um, I wonder if it wants to go higher. Maybe this is it. We'll see. Let's get a tab. I'm still bearish for the London session, but I'm just going to make sure that I don't get caught into the move to the upside. I think it wants to make a. If you look at what it's printing here, I think it's beautifully printing to give that move, but how much higher do you want to go? Do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? I don't think so. Let's see. Um, Now this is this will be a place where I would want to start positioning myself, but I'm still going to wait now a few more minutes to see if it wants to go a little bit higher. Mm, we'll give you 1 hour order block here. I think I'm gonna paper trading only, guys. Now my stop loss. I'm gonna use this is my still. That's what I'm gonna do right now. $240. Okay. So in order to stay bearish, I don't want price to go over this, over the mean threshold of this order block. So that's why I have my stop just above the 50% of this order. I'm using this order block right now, 1 hour order block. If it goes over this, then then we still have some bullish price action, and doesn't even want to go into this bearish, bullish order block. I said it wrong just now. This bearish order block, bullish order block. So if we go higher than 50, so that's why my stop is here. If it stops me out, I'm too early. It's then I'm wrong. It just wants more bullishness. But I want it to go lower into this one, but I want it to an entry from here. I could see this as an entry as a point where it could already turn, so that's why I'm positioning myself already, but I'm factoring in the risk here. That's why I might be too early. This could be enough in my opinion for now. Let's see. But I have to factor in that it could go higher. And also the time when we're not, it might use the macro to go into this level. I might be stopped out, then I just re-enter. It's paper trade anyway. See, on the lower time frames, I do see that this bullish order block is being bullish is respected, so it might want to go a little bit higher for sure. So I can see it went into this one here, right? So let's see. But I just want to give a little bit more value to the higher time frame order block. But then I have to respect the mean threshold. If I use it, like if I would see this as a retest of this well, let's talk order blocks here. You use this as an order block, you can have a retest and it could go down. But you also have to respect the mean threshold because it could go all the way up into the mean threshold and still be bearish, right? So that's why I have my stop here. And you look at on the lower time frame, it's respecting the bullishness. So I might be a little bit too early, but we'll see. I just have to take some heat here. 52 ticks is just a little bit more than 10 points. I'm okay. I would even be okay taking that on. Take that as risk. So also you see on the 5 minute there are no order blocks. So I don't want to give too much value to that 1 minute order block. I would rather give value to this one here. I just give it more value. Is there a 2 minute order block? Yeah, we also have 2 minutes, but it didn't respect the 2 minutes. See here? We don't have a 2 minute order block going into this one, so it doesn't validate this as an order block. Oh, actually it does. I'm sorry. No, it does not. It's a bullish. It needs to be a bearish candle. I'm sorry. No, it does not. No. This is not validated. My bad. It's not validated. No. Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Let's see. Okay. Pum 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 pum. Yeah, let's go grab some liquidity. Take that outside. Come on. Pum, 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 pum. 247. Now we actually did. Now we actually have, we are creating a new orbit. Now we can, this is actually a new one. So I think we might go a little bit higher. Yeah. Oh, let's, no, 2. It might give one spike. Let's see what else to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 249. Hey, our trader. How are you? Hi, DBT. 'm doing well, but yeah, I was a little bit upset yesterday because of the power outage. So I really have to get. Um, I missed New York. I missed London because of it. So I really had to catch up this morning when I woke up and we had power again. Now we don't have any water. So I think there's always like a coincidence when we had a power outage, even though it's planned or unplanned. There was always water issues after that. I don't know why. Most of the times it's always sort of connected, it seems. It's weird. But last time we didn't have water for 3 days. Okay, 250. Let's see what one's doing. Okay, it's disrespecting that. Okay, that order block is. If it goes below the daily open, I think we are ready to move downwards again. See what it wants to do. I'm only bearish up to here. Then I really want to reassess because I'm higher time frame still bullish, to be honest. Only bearish up to here. Um, then I really want to reassess what price is doing. I do not. I thought I had a limit order there. I did not. I did not. Still wants to go high. This is an order. Now this is a new order block. You see that? It's using this as the order block now. It's active on the 1 minute. Oh, maybe there's one on the 5 minute too. Let me just check. I missed that one. Oh, I actually did. Maybe. Mm, 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 pum, 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 pum. Come on. Oh, London is going to open in 5 minutes. I'm still bearish for London, but just up to 15% of this area here. Then I want to see bullishness again. I might want to go higher a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we go up here, right? That's 50%. But hey, if it's blast through it, then it just it's not ready to do. Then it's still bullish, but I still want to see some bearishness first. Come on, come on, do the locomotion. Ba, 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 ba. You see what's doing? It's creating beautiful liquidity. Beautiful, right? But look what we have here. Trendline liquidity, a lot of gaps as well. A 1 hour bullish order block. We are respecting the bearish order block now. So let's see which one is going to win. Let's see who's going to win. There we go. They still spike up. You know, when you see a wick like this on the what happened here at 1 o'clock, you always have to be aware. You know, when it does it at 1 o'clock, it did a manipulation move though, but you have to be aware that we're still in very treacherous price action. Do the locomotion. I have to stop singing because for one it's horrible and I hate it when other people do it on stream as well. Which one is going to win? I just don't hope that we're going to get like accumulation here, which is also a possibility, right? That we are sort of like in this fair value gap, but obviously a lot of people will be, oh man, it's in a fair value gap, it's going to go up. No, it's not always going to go up because there's a fair value gap there. But we could, I could see us accumulate there. Let me see. It's the 4 hour. Oh, look at this one, little one. We got a little, I missed that one here. That should be on my radar too. This one here. See that? That's a little 4 hour little gappy. A little 4 hour volume imbalance. I have to be aware here. I have to be very careful here though. Okay. I have to be aware. So if we would go down, I would, because this is an order block, I expect a reaction here, and then it might go later on here, or it just is going to move back up from here. It's also a possibility. Let's see. Let's see. We already did this. Oh, 3 o'clock open. 3 o'clock open. Hmm? Do the locomotion. Hey, Mr. Chaos Spectre, how are you? Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, so we're below midnight. We are below 3 o'clock. We are below the daily open right now, but let's see what price wants to do. Wants to stay below the 3 because we opened. We wicked exactly into that level here. That is an important level for me because it's a box where I marked. But I really want to see displacement now, away from it. If not, we might be in for some consolidation, which is awful. So we might just go back and forth for a while, create 15-minute candles. So let's see if we can get some displacement away from these levels. If not, I guess we're back into consolidation, which sucks. I hate it when 3 o'clock opens so close to daily open. It's always a recipe for trouble. Oh, I hate this. It's macro, it's not gauge. Hello. Oh, hi, my little. Hello, my love. To the little. So the more liquidity is creating, that's actually good for long, for later on. I hope it doesn't take it out now. I would love it to just create it and go back down into the range again. That would be, then it just gives us more confirmation for our future long, right? So I have a paper trade short on though, but okay, Gigi. No, 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 no. You have to go that way. Come on, go that way. Go, 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 go. Well, that's not what I wanted to see though. But, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Why is it lately that every time I go into London, it's just such shitty price action? 2 days ago, it was as well. The whole of London was just horrible, and now again, we're in the same. It's just really awful. I think it's just going to manipulate a little bit up to let people think it's bullish, and then take it down and then go back up, something like that. So I think it's just this is just a trap for people to think it's bullish. I'm still bearish for London session, but I could see it go up a little bit higher. But I think it just wants to trick people, but it's still bullish, I guess. So just thinking what to do. Should I just wait till the next macro? Just give it an hour, not even bother with this. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Just um, I want to see if it takes me out. Okay, 10 past. Is this it? Maybe this is the new. So it's too respected. This order block. Okay, no, it's wrong. Come on. Yeah, the body is above it. Okay, so I cannot use this one. But, what are you doing on the 15? Also above. Should have seen it already. Yeah, most likely wants to go up into this premium wick. It's okay. She might stop us to say that. Okay, it's previously, well, previously. bring my stop lower. If I get stopped out in this area, I'm okay because I don't want to be in. Let's lower my stop. There's a little gap here, which is also might be okay. So we close this gap with this one here, so that's still bullish. Mm. If price is just going to go up here, close this gap and goes back low, up again, then we are like, we're again, but now, okay, let's see if it goes below daily open again, because then that might finally go down. If not, it's just closing all the gaps and keeps on going higher and higher again. It's just like Monday. I want displacement. Okay, move away. Are you ready to move now? Mm-hmm. I still don't like it because we've got this little gap here. It's very weird price action again. Okay, we're finally running, and we just want to see if it hit 50% or something. I don't know. Yes. Let's see if it wants to get there or not. Or it just wants to, it closed all these little gaps. I wonder if it wants to go another manipulation leg up and then go down. Yeah. What day is it today? Oh, I missed Tuesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Um, okay, come on. Let's see if we can make a 330 low somewhere. Yeah, my only concern is that it wants, like I said, it wants to make, it's going to consolidate here. It's not going to do any. Equal. Yeah, Mr. Chaos, I didn't have any electricity yesterday. It was horrible. It was just, they left us without electricity for over 14 hours, and I thought it was only going to be 8 hours, that it was planned work, maintenance. So I had to, I didn't see the memo until I was supposed to do, I'm like, oh my God, I missed that. So I quickly, I put it on the Discord though. And then I thought, okay, I can do New York because it's going to be ending at 3 o'clock, which is my time. The market opens at 3:30. Then again, no, there was nothing. And then it was 7 o'clock at night, and then at some point I fell asleep. It was horrible, and now we don't have any water, so it's a little bit sucks. But yeah, so I didn't do any. I couldn't even charge yesterday, so it's just I missed the whole day. I feel like really handicapped then. But yeah, I think we're just gonna consolidate, guys. Ugh, I hate this price action so much. I really don't like it. So 1, 2. Well, we might be done. Let's see if we're done. Yeah, let's see quickly. Oh, I think we just have to wait until, let's see what 3:30 does, and then maybe the next macro will give us somebody. Oh, let's see if there's time for eggs. You're gonna go time for eggs. This is a unicorn breaker setup. We have a breaker and a fair value gap here. We went into it, so I'm still bearish. But it could dig a little bit deeper. But I don't see any bullishness. Like I said, I really want to see. I really want to see this one tested. But I have to be aware of this little volume imbalance. Um, bum, 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 bum. Oh gosh, it's just consolidating. You see, it's just creating a lot of 15-minute candles like this. I'm just going back and forth, taking liquidity, still taking very short, created liquidity on the short term right every time. So this 15-minute candle took this high and this low, so that's also indicating that now we took out this low here. Let's see if we are going to reject in this week somewhere. So I don't want to see it go up my entry anymore. Otherwise I'm getting out. If it goes up you see my entry where I entered is exactly, what did I want to say? I lost my train of thought. You see, that's the midpoint of this wick. Yeah, okay, I got it. I see. If it goes higher than the midpoint of this wick, which is my entry point, it formed later on, right? I didn't know that, but it sort of matches now my. If it goes lower, then I'm just done because I don't want to go back up and get more liquidity. I just want, at some point, I want the trade either to work. I'm just getting out. So I'm gonna bring it to break even now, because if it goes higher than this point, I just want to be out. I don't want to be in it anymore. I'll wait. Because if it goes higher than this wick, I know it might want to go more into maybe in this bullish order block on the higher time frame, and I'm okay with that, but I'm not going to wait for it anymore. I'm still short buy. Then I think it might go short from here, but I'm not going to wait for it. I want to get out, so I'm just going to put it on minimum 5 ticks, just a little bit above. So that's just the logic that I'm using right now. So I allow it to go into this wick, but that is exactly where I got in. If it goes above or the midpoint, I'm done. I don't want to wait for it because then I'm like, okay, maybe it wants to go a little bit more higher. You see, just take me out and then I'll just reassess because then 350 might give me more of a. I just want this to be over with, this back and forth price action. And if it goes higher than this wick, it just tells me that it's not ready yet to, or it tells me that it wants to go higher, right? If it does want to go higher, then okay, go. I'm gonna make it break even. I don't wanna. There's no loss here. Yeah, there we go. I think it's gonna take me out. You can see we're just in consolidation from here. Every time I go into London, it's consolidating. It's sort of like a curse. It's a bloody curse. And the one time I don't stream, I guess London was pretty awesome if you guys took it from Asia low to Asia high. They just take me out. I'm done with you for now. Oh, I think I hear the water running. I think we're getting water again. Oh, just take me out, please. I'll start over again. I wouldn't mind if it goes a little bit higher, to be honest. We'll just go to this little performance balance again, previously high, tag that in. And then we're really retesting this 50-minute breaker structure. I would like to see that. It's a pretty solid structure though. But see, we're just consolidating. But I still see this as a very structure. And let me just go high. We tag previously high. We just tag and go down. That will be my next trade. Now I don't mind. Maybe the suspension block here. There's a suspension block here as well. This one, 15 minute. Okay, I'm out. Now they got everyone bullish again. It's a trap. It's a beautiful bullish trap. The trap is set. Yeah, it's a carrot, correct. I didn't feel like making breakfast very quickly, and I thought, oh, I still have because of the fridge, it was the fridge is working right now, but for some reason, when you have like 14 or 18 hours, like a lot of time, things just go bad very quickly. Also, if you have like already, it didn't go bad yet, but for some reason, it's gonna go bad faster. So I have to hurry up with eating up my food, which is still good, but a lot of things, especially also in the freezer, it got defrosted a little bit, and it's back into. So I know I have to. There's some things I have to throw away already. There's some things that I can still eat them, but I know it doesn't have the freshness anymore that it had. So let me eat my carrot because. Okay, let me check the water, guys, because I want to make sure that my water is running. Hold on, let me just. What time is it? 3:37. I think price might ease up after the next macro. You still have some time. Yay, the water is back. The water is back. But yeah, eating a carrot on in the morning is not, it's not really something that is uh, just I don't know why. I did have a protein shake, by the way, with my creatine before that. So the reason with the creatine, you want to have some sort of sugar, or sugar, I mean like, let me call carbs, to the insulin just gets better absorbed in your body with when you add either it's a very small piece of fruit or something like that. It just gets better absorbed. And I have like the protein shake that I take, it has very low carbs. So I always add a little bit of sugar in the sense of that carrots has also some carbs in it, which function as the thing that I need for my creatine to be better absorbed in my body. So I always either I eat yogurt, I add the creatine in my yogurt with I always add like either some berries or just some things that could so the creatine just works a little bit better. So that's it. Why also I don't have any yogurt, but yeah, you don't want any yogurt in your fridge, or you don't have any. You don't want to eat it after 18 hours, or is it 15 hours of no power here in the heat? Yeah. Okay, let's see now. Now I'm getting interested again. Um, pom pom pom. So, wiki wiki wiki. Mm, I always have to wait for my trade now so long all the time. So okay, previous day high, 341. Now I'm gonna can't enter, but it might just start running. This is my time. Previous day high, it went into that volume imbalance. Guess that's what you needed, right? Let's see if it gets out of this line. Or once you really want a little bit higher, you want to go 0.5 maybe? I don't know. Still on my short. I think the short will work at some point, but the question is how high does it want to go? It go all the way up to 26,000 again. But it tagged in previous day high, and we took that little volume imbalance. But I just wonder if it wants more. I really like this area for a short. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to see if it's done, or we still have the suspension block here as well, which is a little bit above the 50%. So I wonder if it might tag that and then wick back down, so we don't have a body above this 50%. It could be a possibility too. And if it starts just going higher, I mean, then we're just just going higher, and we're just gonna find less. It makes sense, right? Because we do have. Um, It's always very hard when we have like a low like this, which is formed out of consolidation. It's always very tricky. See what's doing? It's a lot of nastiness there. Wow. This wick, like I said it before. When you see a wick like this at 1 a.m., be prepared for more of these things. And you see here again, 3:45. There's a, what time is it? 3:45. That is a large wick, right? Ooh, how many points is this wick? Well, it's only 27 points, but it's still a large wick for one, just a wick. It literally tells you it took out all the liquidity again, the internal, and it's not ready to move down again for now. That tells you enough, right? But yeah, London so good. Then yeah, London is. I mean, I didn't trade yesterday, but I think yesterday might have been nice. But I still think it's fooling people to think people fool like it's bullish, and it's just taking out people both on both sides now again, right? Because people, the thing is that most people are thinking, oh my God, we're so bullish. At some point, it needs to go down. So it doesn't want to give people the short entry. But if I look at the 15-minute structure, I find it hard to believe that it doesn't want to go a little bit lower again to go higher. So this is just the FU algo on just to take people out. So the longs are being, most people have their stop most likely here, and they'll be taken out now. But I still think it's going to go lower at some point. Um, almost macro time. Let's see. Let's see if it wants to go to this suspension block. Hey, V33. Yeah, London, I don't know. It's just lately London has been, you have to be very careful in London. I don't know. It's just, it's not much fun, right? It's really hard to, and now the thing with this wick, you know, in 10 minutes time, we are done, but then I know this wick is gonna prevent price action to go down very easily again. So I know the low resistance move is sort of like not really happening to the downside. Because if we have this wick, if we close with this wick, I'm hoping maybe it wants to tag this and then go back down, and then maybe we have a wick to the upside. Okay, 0.5 tag here, look. Important level. Let's see if it goes higher or not. It's really hard to trade. I mean, it's just, you can only stay out of it. This is the 4 hour. Okay, 351. I'm gonna go to the lower time frame now. God, I wish you would tag this one, then I would have more confidence in the trade. I'm still not bullish unless we have a body closure above the 0.5. 352. Are you 15? Okay, I think it's ready to maybe go down now. I think we hit all. We done, yeah. But this wick bothers me now. This is horrible. The good thing is that it didn't go lower than this, though. I would still be very careful because we got wicks on both sides now. Here as well. Let's see. Midnight. Is midnight in a level? No, it's not. No, I don't think it's you, V33. The market is just very, like I pointed out already, when you see a move like this at 1 o'clock, or was it 1? Yeah, I said, just be careful because then it might give you, it is already telling you that it wants to F you over. And it's rightfully doing so. But it's still respecting levels, though. It's still respecting like 50% of an order block, higher time frame order block. It is respecting the levels, but you really have to go to the higher time frame to get your levels. So it's important for me to see if the body stays below this imbalance here, then I might consider a new trade. I have to wait 5 more minutes, so I might miss part of the move. But if we stay below this volume imbalance, we hit 0. I think we might get a low resistance liquidity run to the downside. But hey, I'm not playing around with this price action. Because now we've got this bloody wick here, this horrible wick, and now I'm just, just wondering if we're going to go straight down or are we going to again stop at 50% or one of these bloody levels now. So this wick now ruins my whole trade setup, to be honest. But let's see what it wants. I'm sure it wants to go down, but now most likely it will stop somewhere. But let's see. I'm still bearish, and I think, but I'm too afraid now to trade this. I don't like to use that word, but my trade setup would have been all the way up to 50%, but now because of this wick, I cannot. I just can't trade it now. Hold on, guys. You see, it stops at 25% of this wick now. It doesn't go smoothly to the downside. My trade setup is not there yet. So maybe it wants to go to that propulsion block. Sorry, not propulsion block, suspension block on the 15, and maybe then it wants to go lower. So let's see. I wouldn't mind if it goes in. So when you have a large wick like this, if you go to the 15, we can go to the 15 seconds and 30 seconds. You'll see there's a lot of gaps there. It doesn't. It's also a wick on the. It's really low right now. You don't see anything on this one. But I'm gonna go lower. Just doesn't want to go down yet. Okay, so in 2 minutes time, if there's a body closure above this previous day high and above this little wick, I'm not gonna even think about bearishness anymore. Let's see. Then this wick is in play for me. And it just might also just consolidate more in this area here. I do think it still wants to go down before it go back up. The question is when are you gonna do it? Because look at this here. I know there's a wick here, but check out this one. There's a beautiful mitigation block here, and it respected the mitigation block. We go higher. Cannot be bearish anymore for the time being. But it's 4 o'clock now, guys. No body closure above the 0.5, but a body closure above the volume balance. So let's see if we stay below this. And I'm talking, this is a bearish order block. So for me, it's like, okay, if it really wants to be bullish, we have to disrespect this main threshold of the order block. It's a 1 hour order block. Oh, I like it. Why don't you wick up to here and then go back down? That's okay. You can do that. Beautiful liquidity here on the 1 hour. Most people are going to be long buyers. I think it's a big trap for longs, but you cannot disregard it because it might go. So it's a 1 hour candle. It can go higher, right? And it doesn't really. It's about the closure on the 1 hour. You want to buy. It could go higher and then go back down. And then you just have to wick, and that's okay. You don't want, but you don't want a body closure. So that's always tricky with the high time frame analysis that you do. So okay, now I like this level here. But now the problem is that we have midnight here in this wick. So yeah, no trade for me at the moment. I'll tell you when I'm going to be bullish again when we are out of this blue box and there's a body closure above it. So that means 15-minute body closure. That means we disrespected this bearish breaker. Then I'm ready to get bullish. Until then, I just have to sit it out and just wait if it wants to. Sometimes it can retest a breaker all the way up to a breaker. Oh, actually, I have not. It should be. I always include breaks as well. So I'm just going to wait and see the top exactly the midnight. Sometimes it does that. Nowadays it does that. It retests all the way up to the max, and then sometimes you get lines outside of it, and then they go back into it. But if it disrespects bearish breaker, then that's it. Then it disrespects the breaker. And then I know, okay, we're going back up. But until then, I'm still bearish for now. Oh, welcome to the family, Islam Abdel. Welcome, welcome. In these crazy times we're in the market. It is wild. I mean, it's really hard to trade to get a trade based on logic or just like because every time they like these wicks are just madness, right? They just your whole trade setup has changed with a wick like this. But on the other hand, you can also think, well, it also gives you a wick, and you could have traded it from here. Yes, I could, but then again, my trade is so small because I would only trade it up to the suspension block or maybe to midnight, and I'm not into those small trades because my risk reward is not that interesting. So you just have to sit it out and wait, see what it's doing, I guess. So I guess we did react from this 1 hour fair value gap. Likewise, Islam. Have you been trading a long time? What's your trading journey? If you would like to share. If not, that's okay too. I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay, like I said, it doesn't have to be, it could, 1 hour could go up here and then go back down, right? You don't want a body closure, but we are just started the new hour, so it's a little bit difficult to use that. So then go to the lower time frame to see if the 15 minutes, if in 10 minutes or 9 minutes by now, the body closes above, the order block, we cannot use it. Then I'll use this wick, and then midnight is in play, and the wick is in play. And then my whole short is out of the window for now. But I still don't have a short bias, long bias until we really have a body closure above midnight now. So we might tag midnight and go back down. I don't know. Crazy, just crazy, crazy price action. It's always hard to trade out of consolidation. I'm not good at that, to be honest. But we did have we have SMT here with ES. But how many times how many times is now a day's SMT disrespect? You have SMT and then it disrespects it after a while. But then with a wick like this, you cannot disregard wicks like this. It just changes your whole. Oh, you trade MNQ since 2025. Yeah, yeah, it's a good thing to be on one. Just study one in the season. You get really you start to know the levels. And I've been trading MNQ for NQ, but when I put a trade on, I chart on NQ because the banks and the institutes they use. But I nowadays I just trade on MNQ, but I still chart on NQ. I don't chart on MNQ. Sometimes I do, but so I'm still not comfortable with the long right now, guys. Just because it's going up, I still don't feel comfortable. I know midnight is above us. We have that wick above us, but I just can't. I just there is this 15-minute breaker, and I just don't. Let me see on the 30-minute how it looks. Oh, I think I know where I went wrong. That's interesting. That is so interesting. Hmm. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, still, what time is it? 10 past 4. Let's see if we can get some movement. Oh, your first time in well, London has been quite horrible lately. Okay, I like it. Look what I said, guys. You don't want to see a body closure, and we might get a low resistance liquidity around to the downside. I'm a little bit too late with entry, but this looks very promising for a move to the downside. Let's see. But now the only thing is that I'll do a paper trade just to show the levels, but obviously I'm not in anything right now because I missed the move. My stop loss obviously is going to go. We have midnight above us, but so I'm going to put it here. I'm okay with 40 points. I'm still within my range. And my TP would have been much lower, but now I'm just going to use 50% of the wick. So it's a 1-to-1. I don't trade that on my account, never ever. But I just want to put it on. We could go to midnight, but I am using still this 50%. I wonder if, because everything is just sort of like different now. But normal, my other trade would have been all the way up to here. All the way. Where's my level? What was it? 50%. Oh, that's what's going on? Oh, I changed it. Okay, I was using this order block. There you go. This little 935. But if it wants to go to midnight, let's see what it wants to do. So now everybody is fooled that it's so long, and I think I think the traffic should come anytime now. I think this might be the area. But instead of here now, it goes here, then it goes to midnight, and then it goes here, and then it might really continue to see what it wants to do. 10 past, 12 past. I'm just paper trading. This is just my paper trade guide. I don't trust the market at all because we've got large wicks on both sides, and that means I have to wait until one of the two gets traded into. Um, okay, 2 more minutes to go. Islam, where are you from? Where are you based, if I may ask? Okay, it's important at 1/4 past. I really want to see this below. Four 14. Oh shit, we have closure. I'm falling asleep from this price section. I don't want to be in anymore. Why? Because we have a body closure above the 0.5. Boom, I'm done. I'm not interested in a short anymore. If it does go down, it's just not anything you want to read. Midnight is in play, but I still will be very careful because I might not tag it. I don't trust it at all. I still like this level. I mean, I really like this level for an entry too. See, we still not have a body closure if I calculate it this way on the lower time frame, so I still like it as for a short from here. Oh, you're so difficult to read. What time is it? 16. What if I do body to body? Body to body. We have it wicks to wicks. 0.5. We're respecting at this moment. We're respecting the suspension block, and it's 0.5 of a 15 minute. Did I calculate it wrong here? Maybe. Oh, maybe I made a miscalculation. Okay, I got you. Where's my 1 hour? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go in just paper trading, guys. If I calculate the 15 minute, we are not going over 50%, 51, 80. But I still like this level. I still think this is in play. So I'm really, just a paper trade. And just a paper trade. Just a paper trade. Take the suspension block off. Just a paper trade. I'm not trading anything, guys, because it could easily go up. But I'm just thinking that it's just, playing around. Like last time also, my trade didn't present itself after 6 o'clock. Was it 6 or 7 o'clock? We left a gap here, 988, 988. We've got liquidity here, we've got liquidity here. We've got liquidity here, we've got liquidity here, we've got liquidity here. Then we have liquidity here. How many points until London? Yeah, I'm just playing around with paper trades. I just want to see if what the time is that it goes into and when it disrespects certain things. I think it still respects this 15-minute breaker, but like I said, it could go all the way up to midnight and still, if it doesn't go body closure above it, it could still. Sometimes it can retest the breaker all the way to the top and still go down. And sometimes it could just fail. The breakers cannot. They also fail. All possible. It doesn't happen a lot, by the way. But I noticed there was a 15-minute breaker, but not a 30-minute, because that sometimes when you see that, especially on the 1 minute, the move is just a bit smaller. You can still trade from it, but you can't expect like a proper retest or something like that. And we're not getting a proper retest now. So it looks to me like it wants to go for midnight, but let's see. I'm just maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this should be the trade. Just gonna go lower. Yeah, I think this is the max I can get right now. There's not more to get. That's it. See, there's a little gap here. Matches with 50% of the week. I think that's all for now. Yeah, guys, don't put your money on the line with this session. Just don't. I mean, it's sort of almost gambling a little bit because it could do manipulation wicks like this all the time now. It doesn't respect certain levels. It respects levels, but also disrespects certain other things. So I think it's more timing. For me, I'm more interested in time. Like, okay, what is it doing at specific time? And trying to figure out if there is some logic to this thing. But like when I see that they're creating this liquidity, I don't expect it to run now. I want to see one more leg low and then take out this trend line liquidity. But you could also just take it now. But I'm hoping they're creating this liquidity for the next macro. So then we go create some and go lower and then go back up. Yeah, I stopped out again. Ugh. What's the news today? What's the news today? Ah, midnight tagged. There we go. Who traded it up to midnight? Midnight was the draw. Um, we have Orange Folder, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and tentative President Trump speaks. There's no time yet. I guess that makes sense why they're jacking the prices up now. I guess that's the why we're getting these price actions, I guess, because they just want it as high as possible so they can bring it down as well. That's it. That's all the news that we have. What do we have tomorrow? What do we have tomorrow? Philly. Unemployment is orange. I don't know. So what I'm thinking now, if we go and make another high, this will be the new potential bearish breaker. It's always better to have a consecutive candle, so we have to make a new high in order to give a new order block forming then here and a new breaker. So that could be the case, because if it starts disrespecting this, it doesn't. It makes sense because there's not really a 30-minute one. I can only find one on the. See nothing here, so because really it makes sense that we're just creating a new. This would be a much nicer breaker to the downside, or we are activating a bullish breaker here. If that's the case, this is a hell of a breaker because look at this manipulation move that we just actually, well, we actually didn't do it. We formed that in Asia, actually. That is actually crazy, to be honest, because this is a large, this is going to be, um, this is the case. We're in for some wild, we are really in for an explosion to the upside, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna, interesting. It's very tricky. Hey, Anand. Hey, it's just Haney. I don't know. I'm confused with the longs, to be honest. Did you long it from here, most likely? Um. Oh, we're finally leaving some gaps here again. Pum, pum. I see a beautiful trend line liquidity here to be taken out. Yeah, I would really like to trade to here. But it's just hard to enter. You went long at 315? Yeah, I got it. You use this as a bullish P as your bullish. Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. I didn't look that way. I looked actually differently. I was looking at the higher. I was looking actually how we get into this bullish one. Um, but it makes sense, yeah. Especially because it went down into it. And it also tapped exactly, well, we didn't form that wick yet. But you got in at 315, but aren't you stopped out with this wick? That wick should have stopped you out though. How did you manage your stop loss? Because that wick, 345, should have stopped everyone out of their longs. Or did you put it lower? You entered at 315. That wick should have stopped you out though. Or were you out already? Did you just grab? No. You went in, or you just took a small. You just traded up to here. It's a really small trade for you. You wouldn't trade that, but you should have been stopped by this wick, Haney. Because that will make. I mean, it's a. If I would have taken that trade, 315, my stop wouldn't be. Let me see. I'm curious about your stop loss placement. Or did you go all the way? No, if you used that OB, you would have. It's exactly what this wick did. It would have taken you out. Or did you put it a few ticks lower? Did you use the one the wick of the next to it, midpoint or something? Well, I'm looking at the 15 minutes. So I'm still curious. Where did you? Because if I look at this OB, if I would use this OB, I I would have taken the low of the candle and put it a few ticks below it, but then this wick did go a few ticks below it. Exactly there. That was the point of this whole bloody wick, right? Because the low is or 970.50. It went it created an equal low. So you were you probably put it and I entered the CE well meter. Yeah, but I just don't. If I would, we're using this OB. You're talking about this OB, right? The bullish one. This wick took out the whole order block. Plus, it created equal low with it. So it literally went out through the whole. No, but it's just Haney. The wick went below the order block. So your CE is here. The wick went all the way here. So that's what I don't understand. I don't know what you if you were on the same. The wick at 345 took out the whole order block, including the wicks. It went lower than the wick, or not really lower. It went to the bottom of the wick. So the CE would not have kept you safe, unless maybe on the monthly contract it's different. I have to check. But this wick was supposed to take everyone out. Okay, so you use the two. Wait. Yeah, but it went to the 2 a.m. low. That's what I'm seeing. I'm confused because it would have taken me out unless I put it a few stops below it. So in this scenario, it's really important to, if you use lows, just always put it a few ticks below it. So then the manipulation wick like this doesn't take you out, right? Because you can see here exactly this low here, 970.50, this low, 970.50 is exactly, so this was the point of this wick to take everybody out who used this as an entry point. But if you put it a few ticks below it, or use the wick that is next to it, take the midpoint, for example, you're safe. So, how many points? So you have so this one went in exactly in the midpoint, 977. It's quite a big stop loss though for most people. It's just Haney, so it's not for everyone. Oh no, oh not really. I'm sorry. No, it's just 7 points. Nothing. It's still very valid. Yeah, you can even make it 10 points. You go to the midpoint, so 8 points. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I missed it. I was looking at something else. Yeah, but I'm just making a point that the wick, the manipulation went just exactly to the low. So if you would have put it at the low, you would have been stopped out. But you just put it a few points or ticks below it. But it was definitely a nice order block trade. Beautiful. Yeah, you always have to put it like a few ticks below it. If you use swing lows, I mean, we don't get these manipulation moves that many times, but you can, when you see it happen at 1 a.m., you want to be prepared for them. They happen more. I can already tell you today also you want to be aware of them in New York. Because they do tend to happen more often than not, but they use like during every session. Then you get one in PM session, sometimes at around 2 p.m. And then you really want to have your, if you're using lows, you want to have just put them a few ticks so that those manipulation moves don't take you out, because they're designed to do so. But look, I'm actually like to get into a short at some point again, because I do think we should get a short at some point. Yeah, that wick. Yeah, so they made the same wick about 1 o'clock. So once you see that at 1 o'clock, or it happens at some point, you can expect more of them during every session. They sometimes pop up. You see here at 1 o'clock they did the same thing. Actually, it was a beautiful trade. I went over it with my where is my, oh here, this, you see this wick here at 1 a.m. What it did, it went exactly again. It tapped into previous day high again, and then it went low. And then we had a beautiful short here. But what that, you know what this tells me? When it creates a wick here, it's gonna use this wick, so we won't get a smooth sailing to the upside, because this wick is gonna hold it down. But we also have a wick here now. So what can we expect? Going back and forth, back and forth. Unless it's going to disrespect this wick very fast. But let's see, let's mark this wick here. I want to mark it on this screen. I'll take it off here. I want to have the levels here. So this wick has been created to sort of like fool everybody that's going to go long. And then here it probably will go back short again. And then here it stops again, it goes back into it, and then goes back and forth to make everyone very frustrated. And then the move comes and we're already frustrated, and we're all like already gone totally mad from the price action, and then they do the move. We're already seeing a psychiatrist by then. Oh, they said, oh, you're in the market. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, you're the, oh, we have a few of your colleagues already. So, oh, you're trading MNQ now. Oh, you're trading MNQ. Yeah. You know, you're the first one today. We've got like we have group sessions for you guys if you want to. So maybe there are group sessions we can go to. It's like, yeah. We need some. Hey, wait. Okay, let me just put this on. This wick has been planted here for a reason, and it's not for your benefit. It's not for us to make trading easier. It's there to create a specific form of price. Yeah. And we have wicks on both sides now. We have one here, a larger one, and a smaller one here. There you go. Okay, let's see. What's that? Is just any way you want to share? What are you? I use a new time theory. What are you using? Share it with us if you want to. You know what I'm just thinking? If actually, but you have to be I have to be faster with that. If you have a wick like this and you see the low, it should get you straight to that order block, and then even though it goes back up, you can trade it because you know exactly what it did, right? Now because you actually told me about that order block trade, I wasn't focused on that, but now I'm seeing like, okay, you have to use this manipulation within your advantage. So next time when it happens, because I was actually still looking at the, but it should actually straight away you have to look, where did it go? Okay, what was the purpose? It took out that order, this level. It was the purpose to take out these the people that use this order block. But you can just market order in and still actually get even a better trade then, right? Because you already see what it did, but it goes very fast. Let me see it because it's very curious. Because now I'm like, okay, it was already, price action was showing that it didn't want to go down because it was just constantly taking out all the imbalances. And these were the imbalances that I was looking for. Already, this wick took out all the imbalances that I was actually looking for. So my short was out of the window. But then again, what I failed to do straight away should have looked like, okay, what was the purpose of this wick, right? Now I stayed on the lower time frame there, I guess, a little bit too much. But if I looked at here on the 15-minute, it was exactly the low of that order block. And then you already know, okay, they wanted to take those out. So that is the order block that's in play, and that's gonna be so. So if you would have taken this trade, for example, and you could take this trade, blah blah blah, down. I need to have the times. Yeah, this wick is designed to take the 2 a.m. low out. So everybody who trades the 4-hour 2 a.m. candle will be taken out because it goes below the 2. But it didn't go below the order block, and it didn't go below this one. I want to know 215 on the 15-minute chart. What did you do? 215. Yeah, so that was 2 o'clock, 2:15. That was the next one. It took out this low. Let's see what we did. I haven't traded order block that much, to be honest, but I think there is logic to. You see what happened here? It went to the zero point 0.5 of the next wick of that order block, of that wick that was actually that activated the order, that started activating the order, because this is not an order block until these two candles were done. So this was nothing. This became an order block after this candle. After this candle. So this was the start of the activation. But look how beautifully that wick did not go low. It went exactly to 0.5 of this wick here. You see? .5, 0.5, and then boom, off to the races. Interesting. So I guess, yeah. So This took out the liquidity though of that. But the moment this was activated, your interest should go also to use this one here. If you use this as an entry point, you want to look at the activation of what forms the order block as well. But this was still hard to be in. I mean, we watched it. It was just back and forth, back and forth. It's very. But I think this manipulation move actually gives you a lot of information, right? But I find it really. It's just Haney. Don't you think we're going to go to this order block? Don't you think we're going before we really blast up to a higher level? Oh, we actually did touch this. This was a confusing one, I guess, but because of this higher wick. Yeah. You know what? I see what I missed. We are totally done here. We don't need to go lower. Yeah. Damn. This week was a news candle, 3:45, or this one, 1 o'clock. Which one? Um, what news candle? What news did we have? What news? I don't have any news on forexfactory.com. Are you using something else that has more? Uh, I don't see any news at. There was European French CPI, but they are not really of any importance on the. They don't really play a significant role. Right? I don't see anything at 1 o'clock. So what did financial juice? What does financial juice give you as news? I think it's just a manipulation. Sometimes it's just a manipulation wig. There's no specific news. But it's just Haney. Is there? Was there really? What was there for news at 1 o'clock or at 3:45? No, there wasn't. It's just a I think it's just manipulation. Hold on, I think someone's calling. Yeah, so I think it's something that I notice in my journaling. If it's just manipulation, if there's news candles, they're just news candle wicks, right? We use them. But when they're manipulation, like when they are not, when I can't tie it to any news, but obviously sometimes I might miss, there might be some, but I notice in my journaling that I said it when we started. There's always, I pointed out, listen, we have to be aware because there might, because then in my journaling, I see that they create these wicks in order to, how can I frame it in the right way? So this is just for my journaling, right? So then when I see them and they create one on one side, for example, here, and we have one here, they are created to, can I say slow down price, because they're going to use these wicks. For example, what I'm watching now, that it might stop here at 0.5, right? So everybody now is bullish, but I wouldn't be surprised that now we hit 0.5 of this week. We're going to go down. We're going to go back down now. So they create them to create a new, yeah, to stall down price and just to create a lot of confusion. That's how I interpreted the wicks that are being created in a session. Especially now we have one at 1 o'clock and one literally 2 hours later, another one. And like I said, they'll be used. They're not going to leave them. They're just used to, now they have a range so they can F around more in before they are ready to move it to the next. Now they have gotten, everyone is very bullish, right? And it might be rightfully so, but they might not want to move it up that fast because they need to, they need liquidity, and they want us to be the liquidity. So I wouldn't be surprised now if we are going lower back into this wick. But hey, so let's see. I'm gonna put on a paper trade, guys. I'm just gonna paper trade because I want to see if my stop loss is here. We're gonna go all the way to the other wick. What time is it? We're in the other macro. Oh, 5 o'clock would be a nice turn. Where's my wick? I need to go to the 15. If not, then I mean this. I'm still thinking this order block should be used at some point. I find it really difficult to leave it behind. But then again, we disrespected a bearish. We don't have a bearish breaker, but we might have a new one. Let's see. We actually activated a bullish breaker. I'm just paper trading. I don't trust it at all. So we already went into 0.25. Now I'm going to go to 0.5 here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, they've created quite a beautiful run now to the downside, right? I mean, so this is just a wick to wick play. So I use those bloody manipulations. I'm going to get them back with the manipulation. Okay. We create. I like it because look, we've got all gap. We've got a lot of liquidity here, here. If you disregard the wick though, we still have a lot of liquidity also further down here, here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm not putting my. I'm not doing anything on my account though. Look at. I'm not going to risk this because it's too risky. I want to make sure that I'm out of everything. So check this. So I don't want to trade this. But I think we're gonna. This is a low resistance liquidity run. It's gonna take out all this liquidity here. See how low it wants to go. 0.5 to 0.5 is my trade. Why? It already used 1/4, so I think it's gonna be now the next. I think it wants to take out everything here, this one, and go into this bit. That's why I said a long time a while back, I love large wicks because it helps you. Let's see what it wants to do. I would just trade time now. I would just trade it into the macro because we're running in a macro. If it runs until, let's say, 8 past, I'm going to get out anyway. I'm just going to trail it with it because I just don't want to be in this price action too long. See, this is what I mean with the trap for the longs, right? They are trapping everybody. It's long, and this was everybody's like, okay, it's really it's still bullish, it's still bullish, it's still bullish, and now everybody is like really sort of like getting prepared for more bullishness, and then they're all going to be slapped around like a bitch. Beautiful. Beautiful run to the downside. Let's see how far it can go. But do you want to go lower or not? Oh, wick, 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 wick. Okay, you want to be careful here. Let's see. If I would be in this trade, it's 8 past. I would literally trade time here. I wouldn't even wait. I would take one off here and then leave one runner in case it wants to go to this point. But because it's 8, I'm always very, when it's very manipulative, and you can see here, we don't have any gaps left. It becomes less spotty here. You see that? Now I said 0.5, I'm interested in that level, but I also see like, okay, we don't have any spottiness here. It's all now we close this here. So I would get out and maybe leave one runner and start really go back up. I'm okay, the macro is done. It's done for now. But I was still thinking it might go later. I might leave one runner maybe, but because we have new gaps here, okay, I'm out. Because you see this, but I'm still interested in 0.5. We see now it's going to go back and forth, back and forth. Wick to wick. It's a model. It's one of my models. Wick to wick. I do like the time. I think we have some more downside, but let's see if we can. Oh, oh, I've got some people coming for the house. I hate that. Uh, guys, I don't think it has been setting up this already to do this. This is a model of mine. It's just playing out. I see that you guys are reading the news, but I don't think it's really. I don't think it's news because it always uses when you have these manipulation wicks, they trade from wick to wick. So okay, I want to see it hit 50% and see how it reacts. Let's see if it's going to go into that other order block now. I do have one micro running, to be honest, but I didn't have a good entry point, so I didn't share it with you guys because I didn't have a proper entry, so I didn't share it. But I just want micro running because Like I said, it's one of my models. So I have to be comfortable taking it, but I didn't put it on because I was a little bit too late. But I wonder if it's going to disrespect the 50% here. If it wants to go lower, then I might go in this order block here. This one. I've said it a couple of times that I actually find more information from wicks than bodies. I use them more. They actually give me better trades. So I guess I'm more an inefficiency trader than a liquidity trader, if that makes sense. Um, I hate consolidation in like the way it's been printing, but when you have two of these manipulation wicks, um, yeah, at some point, well, it took quite a while before it reaches a 0.5 level, and I get impatient. That's always my thing. But again, in hindsight, waiting for it, and then you look, okay, also the time, and now we're going lower. I'm very confident, and I put my trade to 0.5 because it's actually a present when you get two of these wicks. You have to wait until you see what price. You have to wait until a significant level has been reached, but it also could go just to 0.33 here, by the way. But we'll see. But most of the times, I traded from 0.5 to 0.5. I call it I call it wick to wick, though. It's my wick to wick model. But wick to wick. Now, you have to be aware that 3 o'clock is exactly at 1/3 level. So it could use a 0.33, but most of the times, I'm just sharing my journaling with you. Most of the times, I can safely trade it from 0.5 to 0.5, and then I reassess. So it's one of my models, guys. I don't share all my models today. I do. 0.3. So there's an important time here, so you want to be aware. We're still in. Now, I would get out at 0.5 unless it's really starting to really drop down, but I would rather see what it's doing, and then I still have this order block in my head, but I would rather reassess a little bit than, once I get 0.5, it can really spike up very, very fast. And that's why I'll be out, because I see we have a lot of imbalances here. I want to be in. If it goes lower, I'm already, it's a good trade, and I just really want to reassess again, because it can really spike up very fast. You give up a lot of your gains, because those 0.5 levels are always very sensitive. Now, let me make sure that I corrected calculate correctly. I'm still going to make that t-shirt. I love large wicks, because remember, I started with that. But then we got this horrible price action, and then we had too many wicks in a way that is just not too much fun. Let me see. I still should make that t-shirt. Okay, so now it is respecting that 3 o'clock price and the 1/3 level, but it's almost 20. What time was this? 16. So this doesn't happen a lot that you see. That's why I said straight away, you see a wick, expect another one to come. But it is sort of a present. Once you see it go to 0.5, here you see the reaction. This is a safe trade, but it's safer to take it to 0.33, as you can see. But I'm still leaving my trade on. You might want to. What time is it? 19:20. It's about, when I was tracking this, most of the times it's about 60%, 70% that it goes to 0.5. I think it was higher. I have to go back into I hate all these Excel sheets. I think it was maybe high. I think it was 70, 75%. I don't know. I have to check again. But then again, maybe with the 0.33, we'll see. Let's see. 20 is 20 now. I want to see. I was hoping it would spike at 2021 into the 0.5 and then go up, but it didn't do it. Okay. What time is it? 21. It's been a while that I've seen this model play out, to be honest. I'm really happy to see it, to be honest. Okay, I'm getting out here. I just don't want to, I'm not going to take any risk on this trade. It's most likely will go there, but it's okay. It's a little bit too wicky for me. I wanted to see a quick one and then boom up. Yeah. I still think it's going to go here, though. Oh, are you in the asylum? Oh, OxyTrade, you're also a volume. Oh, you're also an imbalance. You're also a wiki person. Yeah, but not. Sometimes I get very frustrated with when it takes too long, right? But I'm more into exactly what happened, Meta. What did you do? I mean, patience is the hard. For me, it's also really the hardest thing, and I always get caught up if it takes too long. But I was already. It was this week when I had that awesome trade, when I set that level and I saw that it happened, I really helped me, and like, oh my God, when I just have the patience, it will show up, and I'm trusting my analysis more and more. But the biggest issue is the patience. And then now, because when you see it happen at a later time, it gives me more confidence to get to wait more. But I feel I get very, it's like something, I guess the cortisol levels rise and you get really, that's why I paper trade, because it sort of like eases my need to get into the market. And now I traded it. I didn't show it because the entry was shit. I didn't want to, but but I knew it would use this wick again. But yeah. Patience is it is still my, uh, especially in London. I think in London we need more patience now, right? Unless, well, I mean, there were still good trades, but you see the difference with the trades that you take it to the upside. It was valid. It's just, Haney, you took an awesome trade from that order block, which was pretty awesome, and you had a good stop loss. But most people that don't have your experience, they would have been freaked by this wick. And then it's still it wasn't really nice pricing, but this was nice. This is faster, and I really want to wait for those faster moves. That's really what I'm trying to train myself into, and to just only paper trade those moves I don't like. I still am very eager to. Okay, that was that order block. If I would have traded, blah blah blah. I still go into that, into the background of if I would trade it, how would I do it, blah blah blah. But I still would rather wait for this, because this moves quicker, faster, and it's just, I'm done in one macro. Yeah. Oh, also yeah. So you have this. Yeah, for me also, patience is my biggest thing, and you can see me get really. I get really, and I'm paper trading, but I say it in a very annoyed way. I can hear it, and I also journal my paper trades, and I got stopped out, I got impatient, blah blah blah, and it always comes down to pay. But for me, it helps me just paper trading more. It sort of eases my urge, and then it helps me to wait. But the thing, when I fall into the trap is when I'm not streaming, and so I'm thinking like I should stream more, because then I feel like I have to be more patient. So you guys are actually helping me. The few times that I still lose an account, or I get a bigger loss, it's when I'm not in a stream, when I'm not streaming. So I guess I should stream all the time. That keeps me out of losses. Yeah, I wonder, because patience is something that you have it, or you're born with it or not. You can train it a little bit, but if it's like a personality thing, it's really something you have to keep on. You have to find ways to deal with it, right? You have to find, yeah, so you have to find, so for me it's the paper trading. Okay, you know what, if it's not the kind of trade I want to take on my account, I still have to wait. I start paper trading, but I tell you guys, I feel the same emotions when I paper trade, but you have to journal it to make it a lesson for yourself, right? So to make something that because I do think you can train. I'm much better at it, because I am much better at it. Yeah, and so normally I would also, it's just Haney, I also bottom and top tick with wicks, give me the opportunity to top and bottom tick trades. But literally also the trade on 2 days ago, I said to you guys, I'm waiting for that level to be hit. I said 77. It went to 74 all the way down, but the bodies didn't go lower than 77. I took it up. I didn't have the guts to stay in it. Here we go. Let's see if it goes lower or not. Or is this the low? 0.5 hit. Now it's 527. Let's see if it wants to go lower to this. It does look a little bit bearish to me now, but I would get out here and reassess. I already got out earlier a little bit because I'm just tired a little bit. But you see, this will be. I have trust in this level because I have data. I have this is this is something that I call one of my models, and I've tested it, got data on it, and I would trust it. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me see. Let's wait a little bit longer to see if it's going to. You know, it might disrespect the zero point 0.5 because it's sort of like already moved up from 0.33, right? So normally what I would like to see is just hit it, then it goes back up, takes out all the imbalances, and then go low. But we still have this imbalance here and 0.5 here. So let's just wait and see. Hey, before June, I just subscribed Auntie Iris. Oh, I like to be called aunt. I don't mind. I don't mind to be called auntie. I'm an auntie. Welcome to the crazy family. But always be very, very careful about at 0.5 levels of these wicks, guys. That's all I can say. And start studying them, start watching them. It will help a lot. Using wicks in your analysis and also on the higher time frame, especially. It's been a game changer for me. And you can see the difference, right? I mean, look at the. I mean, let's say. I mean, let's go over. It's just Haney took the perfect trade, but just let's compare the time, how long it takes, 3:35 up to it's 1.5 hours for this move, and if we take this trade, if you want to be fast, this is just 5 o'clock to 20 minutes. You see, so it's a difference. But if you're here anyway, I mean, it's just any. I think it's an awesome trade because the order block and blah blah blah. But if we're here anyway, we don't mind sitting through it. But you have to get used. You want to be able. But this price action makes me. It gives me the ick a little bit. So I would rather wait for this move and then I'm done. I'm just a little bit. I just don't like the time how long it takes to. But it's a perfect trade. But you have to be able to. I guess it also comes with more experience that you are okay with the manipulation and stuff like that. So, but I'm still more comfortable taking this trade, and I have a model that I can use then as well. And at some point, I just was like, what is price doing? How high does it want to go? Also, what was confusing for me was this fake breaker. This was a fake breaker. Yeah, I know. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you. It's just Haney. I'm not saying that you did not. So this was, but you know how you can tell if it's a fake breaker if you go in a higher time frame. There is none. So if I so for me, if I was looking at this breaker and I saw, you know, I can already tell you what actually what I did wrong as well. You have the breaker here and you have a manipulation wick here. It already tells you that this area, you should be aware that you cannot really use the PD arrays that have been here. You should use the wick. That's all. You should just disrespect this as PD arrays at that time. And then go away from this. And then when this wick formed, you go back into here. Then you look to then. So that's the mistake that I made. But hey, 0.5 to 0.5, guys. It's a model. You just learned a model today. I think that deserves some likes today. I never asked for likes, but this is a model, guys, on its own. It's just Haney already knew it, but I think most of you guys did not know it. Well, Ajo, I thought it would go back up to 2600. Good. I'm happy that you thought that, but now you know. When you have a wick like that, you grade it and you watch the 0.5. Once you see that, everything goes out of the window, and you want to be the wicks, like I said, they are there for a reason. And you see now that it goes back from 0.5 to 0. You see how we are navigating now. That's why I'm on the higher time frame showing you that. I actually never want to share this model because it's such an easy model, but here I am because I like you guys so much. I love you guys. And you see now what's happening. It doesn't mean it will go lower. Yeah, just Haney, hey, listen, you should share some stuff with us as well. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But this is a model, guys. It doesn't happen a lot, but when you have the luxury of two of these, especially when you have one at 1 o'clock and you see one popping up and there's no news. That's why I was very curious. I wanted to make sure that, because it's just Haney said, yeah, it was a news candle. I said, no, it's not, because if it's a news candle, my model goes out the window. But if it's pure two manipulation moves, it's a model. It's the manipulation move, manipulation wick to wick. Here you go, and the proof is right over here, 0.5 to 0.5. So that's why I really wanted to know, did I miss anything? Because then I was like, oh my god, shit, my model is not in play. And so I was really like, oh my god, tell me, what is it? What news? And then, just Haney said, no, I think it's a manipulation. Okay, thank God, because then it was already going down. But normally I enter around 0.5, or I wait a few minutes. But I was a little bit too late. I entered somewhere here. I just market ordered in, so I didn't show the trade because it looked horrible. It was just horrible. But I was like, yeah, it's my model. I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna trade it. I'm not gonna let this one go because it doesn't happen many times. And it's still not a large trade, is it? It's just only 50 points. But it's enough for now. So Ajo, now you know. So when you have a wick like this, you just be careful around 0.5. Now it doesn't mean it's still, look, we have equal highs here, relatively equal highs. But I favor the downside a little bit more because of this order block here. But again, you just have to wait now, because now it's indecisive. Now you are, these wicks are there to slow the price and there to manipulate, right? So you just want to see until one of the two is broken, then you have more clarity. But I favor the downside more a little bit than the upside. You have a fair value gap now here. And yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna Raja Banks, I have no idea what you're saying, just Haney. Okay, I need to get ready because I've got some people that want to show okay, Raja Banks. I have no idea it's just Haney, what you're typing there, to be honest. But anyway, guys, I love wigs, but you have to be patient. My problem. I still managed to catch part of the move though. Okay, so trader, happy to have you back and see you guys as well. I missed you guys yesterday. It feels so weird when I can't stream in London. And I wanted to stream New York because I missed London, and then I also didn't have electricity, so it took me, I was so pissed. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Okay, I got you. Raja Banks. Oh no, I don't. Oh, he's really good at London. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'll check him out. Um, I'll check him out. Okay, guys, I need to. The owner is selling the house, and I've got people who are coming looking, so I need to clean up a little bit. So yeah, no, I got you. I got you. Just saying. I understand. Yeah, sometimes the abbreviations. I'm not that young. I know, I know, I know. These abbreviations are still something that I. Hey, I'm not 15 or 18 anymore, so. So, and I stay away from social media a little bit. I don't have any social media. I open a Twitter account, X account for the Iris Life Futures, but I thought, all the toxicity, I just want to stay in the shadows a little bit with you guys. People that find me through YouTube. I literally only is the YouTube algo that is literally giving me that is growing my YouTube channel, but I don't use anything else. So that's it. So, but anyway, guys, I need to clean up a little bit, especially in the kitchen, and because we didn't have any water, I need to do a little bit of washing before they come. I sort of own it to the owner to keep it a little bit clean. Yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys. I might stream again later today because I do miss it. Let's see. And I'll see you guys later on maybe. And if not, it'll be tomorrow. If I run out of electricity again, obviously not. But I don't think so. Hey, stay safe, guys. And I hope you learned something today. At least some patience. I learned that. And again, I hope, yeah, it doesn't happen a lot, this model. But if it happens again, maybe we have another situation in New York. Because a lot of the times it does happen during New York as well. If it happens in London. But yeah, but now you know. See you later, guys. Bye bye.